Squib kick to begin the game. Bixby Red, the defending champions out of third grade and now into the fourth grade INFC championship, taking on Stillwater, an undefeated team and a notable player on that, son of head coach of the Oklahoma State Cowboys, Mike Gundy, his son Gage Gundy, number 12 on this team. And they have roared through everyone to get to Bixby Red. And we are ready. First play, Stillwater. First down at 10 from midfield, right at the 50. Here's a pitch. And a run down to the 42-yard line. And just like that, nice start for the Stillwater Pioneers. And Garrett Reese on the carry.
Jack Buck on the tackle for the first defensive play for the Bixby group. I talked to the coach before the game. He was a little worried about this offense. He hasn't seen it all year. The wing tee.
Trent Hardesty, the quarterback, number 1, pitch back. And a first down for Stillwater down to the 37-yard line. Last year, it was Bixby Red. They defeated the TYAA team to win the championship. Today, facing Stillwater. And their head coach, Brian Hardesty, his son, the quarterback, Trent, they've got a first down and 10. Just underway, the fourth grade INFC championship. And yes, the wing tee. Pitch back. Stop in the backfield as Bixby Red with a defense there to make the stop. And Dylan Haas making the stop, or make that Luke Haas who made the stop. And right at the 39-yard line.
You know, Ryan Roberts, the coach of Bixby, said he thought he had this figured out. And then on Friday, Judge Maples, one of their linebackers, number 3, was actually hurt at recess, believe it or not. He was one of the captains, but he won't see any action today. He's actually got some stitches in his head.
Well, stop right there at the line of scrimmage. That'll set up a third down and 9 for Stillwater. Opening possession. They open up. They're wearing all gray uniforms. Wingback on the right is Gage Gundy. Hardesty. Pitch. Defense chasing him down, and a hit right at the line of scrimmage. And Connor Kirby. We saw Kirby later on, or earlier on today.
Fourth down and 8 for the Pioneer offense.
And, of course, they'll go for it here. Movement and offside. That was on the left side of the line. Looked like Luke Haas, the defensive end, who jumped offside. So 5 yards. It'll still be fourth down from the Bixby 32. Need to get down to the Bixby 28 now. So a fourth down and 4 for Stillwater. You see the Haas brothers, Luke and Dylan. A couple of really good players up front. On fourth down, handoff. They get down to the inside the 30, but a stop and a turnover on downs, and Bixby has the football.
Garrett Hoskins with a nice play for the Spartan defense. They call him the Animal. He'll make the stop. They'll come up about a yard shy of the first down, and Bixby will be on offense for the first time. First down.
Oh, the Spartans, their first offensive possession. And send one receiver each way. Reese Roller, quarterback, handoff, coming left. Oh, and a huge block. And he'll go. That's Jack Buck across the 30, 25-20 to the 15. See you later. Touchdown, Bixby Red.
Sweetness to the house on play 1 for the Spartans on offense. And as Mark mentioned, huge block on the corner. You couldn't teach it any better.
Well, he got away on the edge, and then there was one defender who got peeled back on and laid out. And that defense, I don't think, has seen a run like that. And Bixby, first play, it's a touchdown. And now they'll try the extra point. Tell you what, this Bixby Red team, this fourth grade team, is for real. They have torn through everyone. They beat Haskell 24-0 earlier this week in the semifinals. And that was a good Haskell team. They have just blasted everyone. There's another really good team in this fourth grade Bixby. Really, all the fourth grade teams are very solid. But this is the cream of the crop. Extra point try, no good. So 6-0. Bixby on top with 4:44 left to play in the first. Now it looks like they're going to retry. Extra point may have had an offside, so they'll try it again. Ball down. Here's the kick. It is up, and it is good. And Bixby with an 8-0 lead with 4:44 left to play in the first. And you talk about a fast start. They gave it up just a bit. A few nice runs by Stillwater, but then they get the turnover on downs, and then they take it the first play to the house. And well, what a run by Jack Buck, and what a block. And I think they set the tone and maybe sent a message, especially with that peel-back block.
Well, the message, too, might have been said as we talked in the second grade game how important extra points are. This one was with the kick, and for those that don't follow INFC football in our league, that's 2 points. So now if Stillwater should score, and we expect that they will, they'll have to be able to kick one in as well to tie this one up. If they run it in, they're still down by 1.
Well, we know that they have a prolific offense. They've been putting up a lot of points, but you have to wonder defensively. They have not seen anything like this Bixby Red team. And here's the squib kick. Kind of the pseudo onside. Will be covered at the 35-yard line. A fight for it. Stillwater has it. And they'll have it first down and 10. And, the thing is, Don, this is for Stillwater. They're back in it in the INFC his first year. They've torn through everybody they played. But, the football over here, the INFC, just the quality from top to bottom, this Bixby Red team, they've seen it all. They haven't lost in a couple of years, and they've played some really, really good teams to get to this point. And you just have to wonder if Stillwater is up to this level of competition. We'll see. The handoff inside. Nice run out to the 39. I think offensively, that's where they definitely have got some juice on that carry was number 21.
Jack Buck came up to make the stop for the Spartans on their offense.
I don't know what they look like on the
6 to go for Stillwater.
I don't know what they look like. They do look nice on the field.
Once again, Hardesty is a quarterback, number 1. And they got an inside handoff. Maybe a yard on the carry. And so now third down. Third down, about 5 coming up for Stillwater.
So far, the defense for the Spartans, the first 3 plays were explosive for Stillwater. Now it almost looks like they got it figured out a little bit.
The handoff, first down. We'll get out to the 47-yard line, still on the Stillwater side of the field. Bixby will shuttle a few people in and out defensively. It's 8-0 Spartans with 3.5 clock ticking here in the first quarter. And Stillwater back to the line. Once again, run at wing T, fullback. We got a jump offside movement on the Pioneers. And that'll move them back 5 yards. And it'll bring up a first down and 15 for Stillwater back at their 42. We got 3 more games after this one. We got TYAA White and TYAA Red. An all Northside edition of the 5th grade championship that's up next. And you got TYAA Red, Coweta, and Bishop Kelly, Bixby White, the 6th and 7th grade games. Another carry for Stillwater. They're back. They get 10 yards to go now on second down. Second down and 10. Run their 47.
There's Garrett Reese on the carry, and as you mentioned, he'll get all of the penalty yards back, so they'll just look at second down 10.
And around, ball comes loose, and Bixby Red, I believe, has it. And they do. The Spartans with the turnover.
Eric Montgomery came out of the pile, I believe, with the football, but one more time, a big play turned in by Jack Buck. He was able to make the tackle on the ball carrier as the pitch was happening and actually pulled the ball carrier away from the football. It got on the ground, and the Spartans recovered it first down.
That was Gundy on the carry coming around from the right side. The first time he touched the ball at the 47-yard line. Right now, Bixby has it. They scored their first touch with the ball. Reese Roller, the quarterback. Two backs, one flanking each way. Here's an end around. Nice cutback inside. Nice run. And down to the 37-yard line, Connor Kirby. Of course, we saw in that second grade game, the quarterback, Kirby, who had such a big game, second grade. Bixby Red beating TYAA Black in that second grade championship game, 7-6. And he was a huge factor of that one. Now second down and short. Here's Buck, right side. Got the first down, tackled at the 31-yard line in Pioneer territory. So the Spartans with a first down and 10 now.
Jacoby Sanders on the last play for the defense did not actually make the tackle, but caused Buck to bounce it to the outside. Help showed up in a hurry. First down, Spartans.
Bixby on the march. They get the turnover. On first down and 10. Inside handoff, it's Buck. Inside the 20 to the 15. He's tackled at the 14-yard line. And Bixby is dominating this fourth grade game. And we talked about this being a highly anticipated matchup. You know, wanted to see Stillwater was kind of the unknown, because they hadn't been in this league until this year. And they had a great year going through their division, but right now they're being dominated defensively and now offensively. And Bixby is clicking on all cylinders. Now three backs to the backfield along with Roller. First man through in about a yard.
Jacoby Sanders one more time for the defense. I just about before that play said that the Bixby group is winning up front. Well, that time Mr. Sanders won, and he made the tackle right there at the line of scrimmage.
All right, second down and 9 right now for Bixby. Have it down to the 13-yard line of Stillwater, leading 8-0. Roller. Once again, it's the end around. And it's Kirby who's tackled at the 10-yard line. So third down and 6 for Bixby. They need to get down to the Stillwater 4-yard line for a first down. And that'll be the last play of the first quarter as the clock will wind down to 0. And 8-0, Bixby heading to the second quarter here in this fourth grade championship game.
This presentation of the INFC Championships is brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. This season, give the gift that matters. Every season starts at Dick's Sporting Goods. And by Indian Nation Football Conference, home to the best youth football and cheerleading in Oklahoma. To get involved, go to nusports.com.
We're back here for the start of the second quarter. INFC Championship Saturday, sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods. Mark Vanell, Don Rice, and the fourth grade championship game on this beautiful Saturday here on the campus of Bixby High School. And the Stillwater fans who made their way over here for this championship game, fourth grade. Watching right now as Bixby's fourth grade Spartans are rolling. They have a third down and 6 coming up Indian Nations Football Conference championship games all played here at Spartan Stadium, Lee Snyder Field. Roller, a handoff, and Jack Buck down to the 7-yard line.
Big fourth down for the Stillwater Pioneers. If they can stop them here and keep it to a one-score ball game, we have a timeout. I think we got to push this timeout. No, the Spartans will take the timeout.
As Spartans will talk it over right here as we just started this second quarter. We run one play. It's an 8-0 lead for this Bixby Spartan fourth grade team. The defending champions from third grade now into fourth grade. Bixby Red, coached by Ryan Roberts. The assistants, David Baxter, Steve Buck, Ryan Krieger, Chris Ford, Darren Haas, Mike Kirby, and Rocky Moore. Brian Hardesty coaching the Stillwater team, assisted by Joe Sanders, Gary Jones, Jeremy Hughes, Rob Turner. 7:44 left to play until half, and Bixby with a 4th down and 4. Roller with a handoff, coming right. There's a block on the edge. Flag down into the end zone. Goes Buck for a touchdown. We do have a flag on the play, and that came early. Believe we'll have most likely a hold on the Bixby Spartans. That would take that touchdown off the board. And for Stillwater, it would be a huge break penalty-wise. Yeah, we'll check the penalty here. And they're talking with the Bixby coaches right now. It is a hold on the Spartans, as we suspected. So hold on Bixby.
Apparently we had 2 holding penalties on the players. He called the first one and said it was declined. He called the second one and said they accepted. Hands were inside, but I guess he had the jersey.
7:37 left here until half. Just run a couple of plays here. And the Spartans are moved back to the 18-yard line of Stillwater. The Pioneer defense trying to hold on here. So a 4th down and 15 now for Bixby. The handoff. It's a reverse. It's Kirby. He's got Roller out in front trying to block. They slow Kirby down and they tackle him at the 17-yard line. And so the Stillwater Pioneer defense able to hold. They get the holding call on Bixby and now able to hold on defense. And the Pioneers get the football back.
Austin Lemon on the far side got help over there as the defensive end re-strung the play out, and then Lemon finished the tackle off, and that, as you mentioned, turned the ball over to the Pioneer offense.
They have it at their own 18-yard line. The 17, so the 18's where they start. Running out of that wing tee, it's Hardesty. Handed off, the first man through, powering forward. Keegan Turner.
Hardesty will pick up 6 on the play, 2nd down through.
8-0 right now, Bixby with a lead. Once again, they pound it up the middle. Stillwater does. Out to the 26-yard line. So 3rd down coming up for Stillwater. 3rd down and a couple. On their own 26. On the short side of the field. That right hash mark, wide side of the field over here to the other side of the stadium. Ball loose on the handoff. Went down to the turf, and it looks like Stillwater was able to cover it, but a big loss on the play for the Pioneers. And so for the Bixby defense, a huge break, and now 4th down. And with a very manageable 3rd down. Into a 4th down and a long 5 for Stillwater. The ball at their own 23-yard line.
Turnovers have kind of told the story in all of these ball games so far now. Ball game number 1 comes out away. Turnovers in the other 3, and he's loose.
Inside handoff and a lot of running room. And Stillwater is going to score the 15, 10, the 5, and a touchdown. Devontae Jones, number 7, makes it all the way in a huge break. And the Stillwater Pioneers able to put one home and make it 8-6.
Trying to say the Bixby defense had him backed up there a little bit. It was 4th down and 6, and Jones got loose. He made one move right at about the 30, and the rest was to the house.
So the Pioneers are right back in it.
The question now is, can they kick the extra point? I would say no, because they're lining up traditional offense to win 2.
Now they'll go for 2. Handoff inside. They get it in. And it's good. And it's 8-7. Bixby with a 1-point lead with 5:25 left until half. And well, now you have to say this anticipated matchup. It's for real. There's a reason, because Stillwater can score and they've got quick strike ability. That's one thing we've noticed in these games. If you've got that ability to strike just like that, these games are going to be a nip and tuck. The difference is if you got a team that has to grind it out, they fall behind a little bit early. It makes it awfully tough to get back into the ball game. But we know Stillwater's got at least one kid that can beat you and hurt you in a hurry.
Well, Jones showed his speed right there as he got loose and no one could catch him. Jones will actually kick it off for the Pioneers.
Well, once again set up for that squib kick or onside kick. Now the same difference here. It's a big bounce. Spartans covered at midfield right at the 50. 5:24 left until half. Coming up with the football was Aaron Montgomery, number 5. Well, the Spartan offense get close to making this a 2-score game. And they had that holding call, got backed up, and had the turnover on downs. So Stillwater capitalized on that. They get the quick strike. And it's an 8-7 ball game right now. And coaching staff for Stillwater urging their kids on defensively. Here come the Spartans. Roller. Here's the quarterback. Inside handoff. There's some running room down to the 41-yard line. And a powerful run by number 35, Dylan Hads.
Julius Talley on the stop, but not before, as we mentioned, the quarterback for the Spartans will pick up 9.
Well, Has one of those two brothers who make some plays, both defensively, offensively, and Has right now at quarterback. They switched him out for Roller. Bad snap, ball loose. Stillwater covers it. Pioneers have it. So a turnover, as the Spartans had a good game, but they cough it up, and now Stillwater has it at their own 49-yard line. And a 1st down and 10 for the Pioneers.
Cale Hughes on the recovery. We talked about it. Penalties and turnovers. Bites you every time.
It's interesting. The 1st-round matchup in the 6A2 playoffs this next week right here in Bixby. It's the Bixby Spartans and the Stillwater Pioneers getting a little action here in 4th grade. Little pitch and a run down to the Spartan 48. And that is number 27 on another carry, Garrett Reese.
With just 4 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, the Stillwater group has a chance to show their ability to grind it out just a bit, maybe going to halftime with a lead.
Tables have turned as far as momentum. Stillwater was being dominated, and right now they are taking it to Bixby. They get it down to the 45-yard line. Another quick pitch, and that's the one thing of that wing team. You just start hitting it up inside and pound, and then eventually you're able to break one to the outside. And right now this Bixby defense will have to go its neck, 3.5 to play until halftime, and a 1-point Spartan lead. Once again, that inside handoff, powerful run down to the 40 and another first down for Stillwater, and they're moving it. In fact, they get it down to the 39 in Spartan territory and set up a first down and 10 as the clock winding here for the 3-minute mark in the first half.
Trent Hardesty runs the option for the Pioneers, and he's good at it. Sleight of hand, I didn't even see who he gave the ball to that time.
It's a man in motion. That was Reese. Once again, that little side handoff, he kind of turns the other way. You can't see him even handing it off. And so Stillwater using the sleight of hand and some power running up inside, using a steady dose of Garrett Reese and a couple other backs inside. They have it now at the Bixby 36-yard line. 2:41, the clock ticking away here in the first half. Stillwater down by 1. Fourth grade INFC championship. And this is a good one. Here's Reese on the pitch. He's hit hard, dropped on a second down carry. And that'll set up a 3rd down and 7 for Stillwater.
Garrett Hoskins, they call him the animal, and he turned into one right there. No gain on the play.
Hardesty, once again, inside handoff, and they push forward, run down to the 32-yard line. They need to get it down to Bixby 29 for a first down as the clock rolls under 2 minutes left. And it's 4th down. Gundy on the carry that time, and so here come the Pioneers with a 4th down. Down about 4. Spartans jump offside, the left side of that line. It was Luke Haas who jumped into the neutral zone. That'll give Stillwater a first down and 10 with a minute 39 left until half. The Pioneers getting close to the scoring territory here. Have it first down and 10 at the Bixby 27-yard line, and they just need to settle down this Spartan defense. They'll call a timeout right now and give the kids a talking to right now. They have got to settle down because they're in a position right here. Stillwater's got the momentum and an opportunity. They're close enough to score. And this is going to be the last shot here at the end of the first half. And this would be a huge momentum swing if the Pioneers were able to put one home before the end of this first half. And the coaches for Stillwater are out there talking to their kids. And they are showing that they are for real, and they are here to take it to Bixby. This is a huge matchup. You got a team that has just torn through everybody. They came this year, I believe, because of the lack of competition, came back into the INFC, and they've ripped through everybody in their division, ripped through the playoffs, and then they beat this Bixby team, which has just dominated everybody over a couple of years and won the championship last year in 3rd grade. So back to action after the timeout. Handoff, and nothing going there at the 25. A couple of yards, and it's 2nd down and long for Stillwater, and that clock ticking away in the first half, down to a minute 22. Get this next play off about the 1 minute mark. On 2nd down. Again, inside handoff, Hardesty. They get it down, back through down to the 21-yard line or 22-yard line. Marking just the inside the 22. And a 3rd down and a timeout with a minute 4 left in this first half. Stillwater coaching staff, they're talking their offense. They've got a lot of momentum. Key spot right here.
The Spartans will take the ball, I believe, to start the second half. So a big drive for the Pioneer offense to see if they can add the lead right before halftime.
That 1-point lead. You know, such big swings, Don. We look back and they had that chance. Kind of reminds you of the last game, the game right before this, with TYAA, which they ended up with a 20-0 win, but they had that opportunity in the first half to kind of put things away with 2 straight scores. Now coming up in game number 5, TYAA white and TYAA red, and all Tulsa Youth Athletic Association matchup. They represented a lot of the championship games, but they're going to have two teams squaring off against each other. That's the 5th grade championship around 4 o'clock, and I'll be up here calling the action for that one. Looking forward to that matchup. So that will get personal in a hurry. Inside handoff, Stillwater just trying to grind it out. But at this point now, he's going to have to make something happen if you want to put one home. They're getting close, just by, yard here, yard there, but time winding down in this first half. Stillwater down 8-7. And if Bixby can just hold on here, they get the ball to start in the second half. It's a 4th down now for Stillwater. 4th down and 5, and a timeout is called by the Pioneers.
Trent Hardesty saw something he didn't like because he actually had gotten under center and was starting to play. Backed out and called timeout, so the Pioneers will talk about it at 4th down.
Pioneers wearing the gray uniforms. They got the blue and gold numerals, the gold stripes along the side of the pants, uniforms. That kind of that flat finish helmet with the S on the side. Definitely their pride and joy as far as Stillwater for youth football, this 4th grade team, and for good reason. I mean, it's a very solid unit. They have done a lot. I know hearing from folks over the last couple of years, and this year they stepped it up, getting into the IFC, get back in the IFC, and here they are in the championship game against this Bixby Red team that has had so much success at the 22-yard line of Bixby. There's 33.6 seconds remaining in the first half. Stillwater out of the wing tee. Once again, that inside handoff goes nowhere, and a turnover on downs for Stillwater, and Bixby has 28.8 seconds remaining to try and get something at the end of this first half. And kind of at a loss right there, or you just continue to run, trying to hammer it up the middle. You're in scoring position. Might take a chance, do something a little bit different. You got a timeout on the field as the Spartans, so they get that first play underway, will have a chance to visit. But from a strategy standpoint, Don, I mean, you're down there close enough. You could take a shot, try and do something on the edge, do something a little bit different instead of just trying to muscle it up the middle, and you're running right into the strength of that Bixby defense. Big and strong up front.
Well, and in fact, too, I think that the coaches for Bixby have decided to stunt their tackles because they've got them turned at an angle, and they're basically just shooting right into the center of that line. So I would be surprised if we didn't see Stillwater try to take a few things a little wider, as you mentioned, when we get into the second half.
All right, 28.8 remaining. Bixby with the football. Has it quarterback. And the ball loose on the pitch. And the Spartans had to fall on it at the 20. And they kind of shot themselves in the foot a couple of times offensively, putting the football on the carpet. Now, that time they didn't lose it, but.
In fact, they called that an incomplete pass.
Yeah. Second down and 10. Stops the clock. 24.3 remaining. Now in this first half.
And that's how much confidence Coach Roberts has in his offense. A lot of coaches would have been happy just to go to halftime. 24 seconds left. He's going to dial up the play right here.
That's Reese Roller in at quarterback. Hands it off. Ryan chased down, tackled back at the 15-yard line. The Pioneers were all over that play. And Jack Buck, they drop him, and that'll be the end of the first half. That's the final play of the second quarter. And Bixby's going to go to the house at halftime with a 1-point lead at 8-7 as the Spartans are backed up. But 8-7, they do lead. Have a chance to go up by a couple of scores. Now, Ryan Roberts is standing by with Richard Stickney.
I'm right here with Coach Roberts. Coach Roberts scored first, kind of settled in a little bit. What do you think you're going to have to do to maybe get another touchdown on the scoreboard? just keep chopping wood. I think we're beating two teams right now. We're beating Stillwater and we're beating ourselves. So we'll settle down, and the kids are excited. You know, good atmosphere, being at home, playing a really great team. So we'll settle in, take care of business.
Well, that's a good thing about having the advantage of being there last year, having that championship before, being there. Hopefully they'll be a little more relaxed, come in the second half and bring the gold ball back to Bigsby again. Coach, good luck. Wish you luck.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Richard. We're here at halftime. 8-7. Bixby leading Stillwater. Fourth grade championship.
This presentation of the INFC Championships is brought to you by Dick's Sporting Goods. This season, give the gift that matters. Every season starts at Dick's Sporting Goods. And by Indian Nation Football Conference, home to the best youth football and cheerleading in Oklahoma. To get involved, go to nusports.com.
Bixby leading the Stillwater Pioneers by a score of 8-7. And the Bixby cheerleaders are going to entertain here at halftime.
Turn down the shake, now drop, drumming, 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 boom, shake, now drop, drumming, drumming, drumming.
Well, 8-7 your score, and this is one of those games that when you looked at Championship Saturday, you looked at all these matchups, well, you had a feeling this would be an outstanding game. The Bixby Spartans and the Stillwater Pioneers,
You know,
both
Mark,
undefeated.
I've been involved in a lot of these, and so far these games have been a lot closer than some of the championship Saturdays have been. I know the first grade game kind of got away from Berry Hill just a little bit, but I think the score was a little closer than it indicated as TYAA Blue scored on two huge plays by Presley. But the rest of the ball game so far, great football, no matter what age group you're talking about.
And Presley is one of those kids, he's such a difference maker, and of course at that age group, you know, one kid that is just that unbelievably talented can make that big of a difference. Start the second half, squib kick. And it's taken by Bixby, and they field it at the 49. And really the main thing at this age group, well, third, fourth, and I see it all the way down, all the way up through seventh. You just got to be able to field that onside because everyone's coming at you pretty much every time. It's rare that somebody just unloads and tries to kick one deep because they are fearful of that return. And, you know, when you're unsure, you may get somebody up front that turns it loose. First down at 10, Spartans. And Roller keeps it. There was penetration. He goes down.
One more time, you go back to Jacoby Sanders. He won the battle at the line of scrimmage and actually made the hit behind the line of scrimmage, so the Spartans will look at second and long.
Having at their own 46-yard line, just underway here in the second half. Hardesty, the head coach of the Stillwater Pioneers, and his staff, seen a lot of success here in this 2014 season. You had to wonder what would happen when they ran into a team like Bixby. And there's Jack Buck. He is hitting the backfield. And once again, up front, they are definitely winning the battle right now. The Stillwater Pioneers, their defense is making a stand at that first point of contact right there in the trenches. And they are getting in the backfield. And this is something that you know that this Bixby Red team is not used to seeing. They are big and strong and physical up front. A little confusion as they have to get a receiver off to the left. They got a receiver each way. We got a flag thrown as the Spartans could not get set. And a false start on Bixby. And
this cannot be the way that Coach Roberts wanted to start the second half, as you got to think that he was hoping to be able to use a little clock and go down and get another score, but they're going the wrong way.
Well, it was an opportunity to start the second half, get the football, and take control of the ball game, and it seemed like everything was set up the way you wanted it to. You have to go back now that hold when they were down deep. As Roller's going to throw, he's hit as he throws it. It's intercepted. Stillwater has it. And they return it back to the 31-yard line of Bixby, and they are set up with a short field as Roller was going to throw first pass of the game, and he was hit as he threw, and it's intercepted, and it's number 7, Devontae Jones. Or actually, it was Austin Lemon who picked that ball off.
2 passes on the afternoon, Mark, and one of them, the quarterback got hit, and he fumbled it. And then on the second pass of the afternoon, it's picked off. So passing's not the style for these young guys.
Well, yeah, so far it's not been the thing you want to do. Handoff inside, down close to the 30. Yeah, the 2 times we've seen people try and throw, well, we had 1 incompletion. That was about as close as we got to having success. There's been 3 attempts so far, and we're into the second half of the 4th grade championship, and 2 of them went horribly wrong. And 1 was an incompletion. So Woody Hayes, tried and true methods would be the way to go. Handoff, and he would love that carry down to the 22. And for those of you who don't remember who Woody Hayes was, he was the former Ohio State head football coach, the 3 yards in a cloud of dust guy who said, you know, there's only a few things that can happen on a pass play, and 2 of them are bad. And right now, Stillwater is using that inside handoff out of the wing tee to just pound away after the interception. Now a pitch back. Once again, they go right up the middle and get down to the 21-yard line.
Buck and Ryan on the tackle. They'll bring him down short of the first down, but the Pioneers have less than a yard, and they'll move the sticks and keep the drive alive.
Yeah, 4th down and short for Stillwater. About 4.5 to play in the 3rd, and some anxious moments for the Spartan faithful who have seen so much success with this red team from 3rd grade, winning the championship into 4th. There's the fullback up the middle, breaking free, and he gets down to the 8-yard line. A powerful run that time by number 32, Keegan Turner.
Turner was it almost looked like he was looking for somebody else to run over as one of the Spartans was coming in from the side, and he kind of turned and let him take him head on. He'll move the chains. First down Stillwater. 1st and goal, in fact.
outside of the big kid, number 75, Jacoby Sanders. They're not huge up front. This is, if you watch Stillwater football over the years, you get into high school, it's kind of been a trend that, just has some good workmanlike kids on the inside. There's another inside handoff. They power it down, maybe get a yard, but they get the most out of their efforts up front.
Roller and Montgomery combined to make the stop on the last play. No gain on the play. So, again, we're looking second down 9, second and goal from the 9.
Stillwater. Another inside power rush down to the close to the 5-yard line. And that's Garrett Reese on the carry. He's marked right at the 5. And now a third down play, and the Stillwater Pioneers, they've started finding the answer on defense, and now offensively they are threatening to score here. It's 8-7, Bixby Red. Once again, inside handoff and into the end zone. It's Turner, touchdown, Stillwater Pioneers. Keegan Turner, number 32.
Turner went in that time virtually untouched as he got into the end zone standing up, and that'll give the Pioneers the lead. And an important point after, as we keep talking about, because if Stillwater, on the first one they didn't kick it. Now Bixby's shown us that they have the ability to kick for 2, so that keeps them in the ball game and a chance to win it with one more touchdown. But that's a long way away as we've got the last part of the third quarter and all the fourth quarter before we'll decide the winner in the fourth grade.
13-8 is your score. Hardesty hands it off. Second man through, does not get across the goal line. And so the extra point is no good, but Stillwater has taken the lead. It's the Pioneers 13, Spartans 8 with 2:56 left in the third quarter of this fourth grade INFC championship game. The Indian Nations Football Conference Championships on this championship Saturday, sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods. And the Spartan fans, as I mentioned, anxious. This game definitely has been in the balance for a while, and now it's swung the other way. And the Stillwater fans who made this trip over on this beautiful Saturday, they're enjoying themselves a little bit more. And, of course, you got a high school football over here between these two towns next Friday night. First round of the 6A2 playoffs, onside kick, almost run down by Stillwater on the boundary. As it stands, Spartans will have it first down and 10 after that ball rolls out of bounds at the 40-yard line, or actually at the 42-yard line.
Austin Lemon had a shot at it. If it would have bounced the other way, that would have been a big break for the Pioneers, but it did hit and went out of bounds, and so Bixby brings their offense back out looking to get something going for the first time in the second half. They had 2 nice drives, scored on one in the first half, but their first drive in the second half was less than fruitful.
Well, inside the 43-42, here's a power run. Connor Kirby picks up 4 yards, so second down and 6 now. Actually, second down and 7 for the Bixby Spartans, the fourth grade red team. As talked about, Don, this fourth grade, the youth football here in Bixby had a lot of success, all the teams, and we mentioned this is kind of the crown jewel of that fourth grade, this red team. Won it all last year. Now Stillwater hammers the running back right at the line of scrimmage, and that's big number 75, Jacoby Sanders, who is right now, he is dominating the interior defensively for Stillwater. And, I mean, he is just shedding every block and making every tackle. He's a big kid, and he's pretty quick.
Absolutely. It looks almost like the Bixby coaching staff may have to switch gears a little bit and run to the other side.
Also, River Barton there on the inside. You get Gundy at the left end, right end, Trey Gregory. Roller, handoff right side. Jack Buck, he stopped at the 47, 48-yard line as he rolled forward. It's fourth down now for the Spartans, and things aren't looking too sharp for the Spartan offense. Will approach the 1 minute mark here in this third quarter. And right now, Stillwater is just shutting everything down inside. They're going to have to find a way to get to the edge.
Well, we're deep into the third quarter, really, Mark, and neither team has tried to take anything to the outside. Stillwater certainly hadn't.
Now Reese Roller, the quarterback, hands it off. Jack Buck up the middle. He's got room. He's got the first down. He's tackled to the 45 in Stillwater territory, and a huge carry that time by number 32, Jack Buck.
Well, Buck didn't take it to the outside, but he did go to the left side that time, ran away from Jacoby Sanders, put his head down and moved the chains, 1st and 10. Huge first down for the Spartans.
Roller hands it off. It's Buck, pushed back, loss of a yard.
Looked almost like they went back to the exact same play, and that time Caden Reed said, not twice in a row. He'll make the stop. And, in fact, made it right at the line. We might have even lost a yard. In fact, he will. It's 2nd and 11 for the Spartans.
And time winding down. This third quarter is just about done. Out of 20 seconds remaining. Spartans come to the line. 2nd down and 11 from the Stillwater 46. There's the end around. Kirby bobbled it for a second, and as he was trying to gather the football in, the Pioneers got to him. There were a couple of players that hit it. First man was Lester, and then number 75, Jacoby Sanders, there to make the tackle, and he will clean things up in a hurry. And that's the end of the third quarter. It's Stillwater 13 and Bixby 8.
Get your free Dix scorecard today. Earn points and get 3% back in rewards. Every season starts at Dix.
We saw Bixby Red earlier on in the second grade game. They scored the very end of the game, tail end of that game against TYAA Black. They were trailing 6-0. And it might be a similar scenario here in fourth grade. This team that has dominated everybody right now, struggling. Reese Roller will keep it right side. Down to the 42-yard line of Stillwater. 43 is where they'll mark it, actually.
So Stillwater's defense made the stop. And again, Bixby's going to face a big 4th down. We said it just a little while ago, and Roller picked it up. But now here's another 4th down play to keep the drive alive.
7.5 left. And a timeout is called by Bixby Red. And probably a good spot for a timeout here, as you can ill afford to make a mistake. 7:31 left in this football game. Pioneers of Stillwater leading 13-8. Now coming up, 5th grade game. 5th game of the day, TYAA White taking on TYAA Red, the all Tulsa Youth Athletic Association matchup in 5th grade. You know, every once in a while, every so often, you have one of those years where you have one of those finals where two of those teams will square off. And as I mentioned, it'll get personal in a hurry. The two teams know each other, kids know each other, families know each other, and they will get after each other. And that'll be a really entertaining game coming up.
So it's safe to say the Bulldogs will win that one.
Yeah, somebody with Bulldog jersey is going to win that one. All right, big 4th down for Bixby. Handoff coming left. There's penetration and a stop in the backfield at midfield. Jack Buck brought down at the 50, and there were a couple of kids there. Cale Hughes and Talley were there. I think it was Hughes who really made the big play. And Stillwater is able to hold, get the turnover on downs. They got the football, they got the lead, and 7:25 left on the clock. And right now, the Stillwater Pioneers in that wing tee, if they can continue just to hammer away. And goodness knows if they're able to break one loose, this thing is going to be over. A handoff across midfield down to the 49.
I just about said they would lean on Keegan Turner, but the first carry does not go to Turner. He was actually the lead block on that play. Cage Gundy got the football. He'll work it forward for about 2 second down.
Well, the Stillwater Pioneers right now have a chance to grind this thing out. They're burning off a lot of time, you know that. Hardesty, the quarterback, a little pitch back. And on the run that time is Garrett Reese. He's tackled to the 47, just inside the 47 in Bixby territory, and approaching that 6-minute mark of this game. And Stillwater Pioneers got to like their chances right now, leading 13-8 in this fourth grade championship.
Trent Hardesty made his way over to the sidelines to get the play. He'll come back in. He's done an excellent job of running this offense.
Well, really, since the second quarter on, they have been dominating this game. There's that little inside handoff, a little kind of that trick handoff, the sleight of hand handoff, and it's Gundy on the carry that time.
Brought down by Hoskins and Roller. Hoskins wasn't fooled. He stepped up from his linebacker spot to make the hit. And it's a broken record, but I'm going to say it again, a huge fourth down for the Pioneers. If they can convert this, they'll keep the clock rolling. And each time it ticks, it's problems for the Bixby team. They've got to have the ball back.
5.5 left in this football game. Stillwater, Hardesty, the quarterback, barking out the signals, looks over toward the sideline. And a fourth down upcoming. The Pioneers will take a timeout. They had a long 3.5, 4 yards to go for the first down. And for Bixby, they have got to make the stop here. They've maybe got one more set of downs that they could give up, but they really need to make the stop right here. As there's 5:23 on the clock, and 13-8, Stillwater is leading over this Bixby Red team. And it's unfamiliar territory. You know, we talked about it for Stillwater early, that first quarter. You know, how would they react? Because they haven't had to meet this type of team or this adversity when they were really being dominated early on. And now you look at it, Don, from the other side, and how does Bixby Red react? Because they are being pushed beyond their limits where they have been. And it's been a couple of years since anybody's even touched them.
Well, as you talked about, if they won this championship last year, they came into this ball game undefeated, as did Stillwater. So it's a matchup of two heavyweights. We'll see who blinks first.
Ball inside the Bixby 45. They need to get down to the Bixby 41 for the first down. Pitch back, and then a handoff. Devontae Jones spins forward. He's got the first down to the Bixby 39-yard line. And Devontae Jones, who had that long touchdown run, that's a huge play for little number 7. As a great run as he made some contact, took some contact, and then powered forward. And right now, approaching the 5-minute mark of this game, Stillwater is in control, and their coaches starting to feel it. Their fans starting to feel it on that far side.
They're going to start burning some clock, too. As you notice, Hardesty's looking over at the sidelines.
Now here came the blitz. And up the middle they go, and a powerful run as they missed the gap that run was coming through, and Pioneers able to hammer it down to the 34-yard line.
Haas came flying in from the left side, and unfortunately the ball carrier cut it back to the right for a nice gain of 5.
So Stillwater is on the march, and the Bixby fans are starting to feel this thing may be slipping out of their grasp, and right now it's out of their grasp a little bit. 4:22, this clock just slowly burning the time off, and the Pioneers right now with a second down and very manageable 5 yards to go. And it looks like we have a timeout called as the Pioneers will talk things over right now. Their coaches starting to walk out there, and you see the Bixby defense heading over toward the sideline as they're going to have a talking to from their coaching staff. And they've really, right now, they've got to make a stop if possible, if at all possible. in the next couple of plays and get this ball back. So there right now is 2nd down and 5. Stillwater can just hammer this thing a couple of times, pick up the first, and they're probably going to burn this thing down to where it's going to be awfully tough for Bixby to pull this thing out. And the way Stillwater's defense right now is playing, Don, it's going to be tough.
Well, after basically, what was it, the third play of the game when one of the Spartans got loose, the Bixby defense, or actually the Stillwater defense, has played lights out from that point forward.
We wondered what would happen in this game. We talked about it as, we got started this morning. First game a little after 9 o'clock, the first grade game, the second grade game, and obviously we just had the third grade championship on this championship Saturday, the Indian Nations Football Conference, sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods. We'd all talked about this one as one of those key matchups that everybody was talking about, along with that big 7th grade game, which is the late game tonight. And this was really one of the unknowns. What would happen to this one? And Bixby jumps offside. That's Has, and that's several plays where he got a little antsy and jumped into the neutral zone. And that's going to cost him 5, and that's a 1st down and 10 for the Stillwater Pioneers down to the Bixby 29-yard line. And that one hurts.
That's actually the 3rd time that Hardesty's been able to induce the Bixby defense to jump, and twice it was on short yardage situations, so they convert the 1st down.
4:12 left. Stillwater with the ball. There's an inside handoff, and he's going to set sail to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. See ya, touchdown. And it's Keegan Turner, number 32.
That's Turner's 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The first one was a much shorter variety, as he only had to go about 3 yards. This one he got loose from right at the 29-yard line, so give him 29 yards and a touchdown, and that probably just about does it.
Yeah, I would say that's probably going to put that in the books. And Stillwater's coaches, they're feeling it over on that sideline, and for good reason. It's 19-8. And you got the point after touchdown. The attempt here from Stillwater. 4:04 left. They got a flag down as they get it in. But the flag comes down immediately on that carry. We got a chop block below the knees called on Stillwater. And so the Pioneers were able to hammer it through, but you got the penalty. So we'll mark that off and retry it. 4 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in this game. And don't forget, coming up, we got 3 more to go on this championship Saturday. We got the 5th grade between TYAA White and Red. Then 6th grade, you got TYAA Red and Coweta. That's the 6 o'clock of the 6th grade championship matchup. And then obviously the 7th grade matchup between Bishop Kelly and Bixby White. And that's the late game, the 8 o'clock matchup. You've got an undefeated Bishop Kelly team with a completely loaded group taking on Bixby White that's only lost 1 game, and that was to Bishop Kelly. They lost by 4 points. So we're going to mark this off after the chop block, and the Pioneers will have another shot.
From what I hear about the Bishop Kelly group, if you like offensive line play, stick around, because apparently they've got a good offensive line, and one of the kids tips the scales right at about 230.
Yeah, they're big. There's no doubt about that. Well, they tried the little misdirection there, and no good on the PAT. 4:04 left. And Stillwater's already done its damage. Now leading 19-8 over Bixby Red.
Aaron Montgomery was the one that actually shut down the point after, but as you talked about, the big strike came from 29 yards out, as Keegan Turner might have put the nail in the coffin for the Stillwater group as they lead it 19-8, and they'll kick it off next.
Well, it's one of those plays. It's almost like, after a certain point in time, those runs where you just hammer it and hammer it and hammer it, at some point, maybe a little bit of a letdown defensively and maybe just a little bit of a lack of focus, and at some point it just busts loose, and that puts the nail in the coffin.
That's a great point, Mark, because that came right after a big offsides penalty on the Spartan defense, which could have led to the letdown there.
Now the onside, Stillwater racing for it. They almost were able to get it on that far sideline. The second time they've almost gotten there. Spartans will have it. They have good field position now. They do have 4 minutes left. As the clock didn't start, 4:04 left in the game, but Spartans are going to have to score quickly and then get the onside kick. There is no doubt they need to score within a minute or two if possible, and I don't know if they have that quick strike ability. Obviously, we saw Jack Buck on a big run the first play of the game, but ever since then, Stillwater has figured it out, especially up front. All right, they have got a little bit of a shakeup. They had 4 people in the backfield. They're going to throw deep ball right side. The receiver hadn't even turned around, and it's incomplete, as Kirby was the intended receiver, and Cooper Moore was throwing it. We've got a roughing the passer penalty called on Stillwater after the throw by Cooper Moore, and so that will help a little bit. 3:58 left on the clock in this football game. 4th grade Indian Nations Football Conference Championship. After the roughing the passer penalty, Bixby Red 4th grade has it now down at the 45-yard line of Stillwater. These 2 undefeated teams going at it here for the championship. Obviously, somebody's coming away with a loss. Somebody's going to have a championship, gold trophies, and the bragging rights going into 5th grade.
Kind of a big break there for Bixby as they were able to pick up the 15 yards on the penalty, and the clock stopped through all this. So at 3:58 left, they'll continue the drive.
All right, snap back to Moore. He lost the handle. The ball was loose. Falls on it back at the 46-yard line, and he is shaken up as he took a helmet or something to the back. He got hit, obviously, as the Pioneers were going after the football and fell on him as he was going down. But the wheels are falling off of the Bixby Red 4th grade wagon at this point. 3.5 left in this football game, and they're facing a 2nd down and eternity right now. 2nd down and about 20. We're on their own 46. Roller has it. It's a reverse coming back the other way. And Kirby is tripped up, goes down at the line of scrimmage. Big defensive stop, and Stillwater making all the plays on defense right now. And that clock will continue to wind. And now it's 3rd down and long.
Just great discipline there by Garrett Reese as he didn't pay attention to the fake at all. He stayed right out here on the edge where he was supposed to, filled the hole nicely, and made the tackle. 3rd
down and 19. And Cooper Moore is going to come out of the football game right now. And 2:36. Clock moving along here. They'll snap the ball with close to the 2-minute mark left. There's a screen pass. It's set up, but hit right at the line of scrimmage is the receiver, Jack Buck, taken down to the 46. And it's 4th down and 19 for Bixby with 2:12 left, and a timeout is called as Bixby will try and get something set up, but this is basically the last play for the Spartans, trailing 19-8. And boy, Don, you just didn't see this going this way if you were a Spartan fan because of what this team has done to everyone. They beat a really solid TYAA team last year in the championship. They dominated that game, called that game last year the 3rd grade championship, and they just continued to roll everybody. But right now, in this 4th grade championship game, ever since that 2nd quarter, it's like Stillwater just kind of flipped a switch. We had talked about the domination early on by Bixby. You know, they had that big run by Buck. You had that big crackback block that, seemed to set the tone, and Stillwater was kind of caught off guard as Bixby came out extremely physical. But ever since then, it has been all Stillwater, and, boy, defensively, they've just gone into another gear.
That's really the only flash of offense that Bixby's been able to muster against this Stillwater defense. Everyone talked about their split T offense coming in, but I tell you, their offense, or actually their defense, has impressed me.
Deep ball and almost picked off, incomplete. And it's a turnover on downs, and Stillwater gets the football After the incomplete pass that Buck, a halfback pass, had tried to throw deep to Kirby, and with 2:07 left, this thing's in the books, and Stillwater will just be able to run out the clock now, leading 19-8 with 2:07 left in the fourth quarter.
Spartans have one timeout left, but as you talked about, barring a turnover, I don't see Stillwater doing anything fancy enough, and they've only turned it over once so far in the afternoon.
All right, Hardesty, the quarterback, flips it back, running back down to the 41, about 42-yard line. Garrett Reese, another carry. He's solid little back. They've got several. Keegan Turner, of course, with a couple of touchdowns in this football game, and they just dominated on the ground. And, you know, early on what we were talking about was, boy, they just keep hammering up the middle. It seems like at some point they're going to try something different. They just haven't needed to. They've just they played their game, and it has worked. And now once again, movement up front by Bixby. Almost jumped off again. Had that happen several times. They're awful antsy up there, and they're trying to make something happen. And here's Reese. He's hit, dropped right at the line of scrimmage, and a nice play that time by Luke Haas. But it's a third down, and Stillwater just having the ability to run this thing out. It's down to the Bixby 42-yard line. And we'll head under 1 minute to play in the ball game. Stillwater is going to win the fourth grade championship on this championship Saturday in the Indian Nations Football Conference, and they have definitely made a splash getting back in the league here in fourth grade. And you wonder if they'll, you know, put together some more teams and get back into some of the other grades after the success that they're having right here. It's another handoff, and they just burn the clock, get down about the 41-yard line on that carry. And that clock will wind, and that's pretty much going to do it. Now, fourth down coming up for Stillwater, down to 30 seconds left. Pioneers leading 19-8. Ball marked at the 41-yard line. And the Stillwater fans over there celebrating. The kids for Stillwater, they're remaining in control. They're just standing there, but you see the fans applauding the action. Made the trip. It's a short little drive, but it's under an hour if you hustle. And a lot of fans will be making their way over here Friday night for some 6A2 playoff action. Hardesty is going to retreat, take a knee, and that's the ball game. Down to 0, it's over. Stillwater, the champions of fourth grade in the Indian Nations Football Conference. Congratulations to Coach Hardesty and his Stillwater Pioneers as they have come over and gotten it done.
Didn't take the assistant coach long for Stillwater to get the head coach with the ice bath.
Well, great victory for them, and 19-8 is the final as they take care of this Bixby Red fourth grade team that had not lost in so long. But they lose here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. The sun definitely shining on the Stillwater Pioneers. There you see the Bixby Red Spartans, fourth grade. They'll receive their runner-up trophy. They had another great year, but just fell short in this championship game to a very solid team. Not overly explosive, but explosive enough. Let's head to the trophy presentation.
For the second place trophy presentation, going to your Bixby Spartan Red. Number 1, Andrew Lynn. Number 3, Judge Maples. Number 5, Aaron Montgomery. Number 10, Connor Kirby. Number 11, Reese Roller. Number 16, Nathan Murray. 17, Luke Baxter. 18, Jaden Bartlett. 21, Garrett Hoskins. 22, Cooper Moore. 25, Nate Krieger. 30, Troy Bird. 31, Luke Haas. 32, Jack Buck. 33, Owen Baylor. 35, Dylan Haas. 43, Nick Roberts. 45, Jack Final. And 52, Jax Bryan. Head coach by Ryan Roberts. Now for the first place trophy presentation, going to the Stillwater Pioneers. Number 0, Austin Lemon. Number 1, Trent Cardesi. 3, Trey Gregory. 5, Jacob Smith. Number 7, Devontae Jones. Number 8, Cale Hughes. Number 11, Barrett Morgan. Number 12, Gage Gundy. Number 13, Julius Talley. 19, William Haynes. 20, Jevin Lester. 23, Morgan Pinkleton. 24, Cameron Johnson. 25, Evan Ott. 27, Garrett Reese. 32, Keegan Bass. 37, Garrett Ritter. 54, River Barton. 56, Deshaun Jones. 75, Jacoby Sanders. And 77, Caden Reed.
Well, 19-8 is your final, and they have the trophy presentation and a great game. We all wondered how this thing would turn out between these two undefeated teams. Stillwater wins it 19-8. Now coming up, of course, we'll have the 5th grade game between TYAA White and TYAA Red. It's a all north side final, and both those teams, of course, they know each other very well. It's a kind of a backyard battle when they're playing it down here south. And should be a real entertaining game. You'll see a lot of physical play, a lot of speed. It's going to be a very entertaining game. And later on, of course, we still got the 6th grade game, TYAA Red and Coweta, and Bishop Kelly and White in 7th grade. Let's head down to Richard Stickney.
I'm here with Coach Hardesty. Coach Hardesty, congratulations. Hard-fought ball game against 2 great ball clubs. Hey, I just want to tell you real quick, I got a call from Coach Gundy, something about bringing you in as new offensive coordinator over at OSU. Hope that goes true for you. Hey, what do you got to say about your team and how the year's been for you guys this year?
Guys played an outstanding season. I just want to thank the Lord Savior, Jesus Christ. Thank you very much. The kids played hard all season long. It was a wonderful game. Amazing.
Hey, Coach, once again, congratulations for bringing the gold ball to Stillwater. Like I said, maybe be looking for a call from Coach Gundy as a new offensive coordinator. Maybe might be helping you out a little bit. Yeah. Just kidding. Hey, Coach, once again, congratulations.
You,
good luck on everything, okay?
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
Thanks, Richard. Well, that's it. 4th grade's in the books. And a win for Stillwater, 19-8. Coming up, game number 5. It's TYAA White versus Red. We'll see you for the 5th grade championship coming up.